Welcome everyone to tonight's matchup where we have the McBain Ramblers facing off against the TC St. Francis Gladiators. Now let's meet tonight's starters. Number 3, Braylon Pace for the Ramblers. Number 10, Calvin McGillis. Number 12, Clayton Engelwright. Number 25, Evan Haverkamp. And finally, Benjamin Rodenbaugh. Now for the Gladiators. Number 1, Wyatt Nasadis. Number 3, Drew Bremer. Number 10, Henry Reakt. Number 13, Joey Donahue. And at 23, John Hagelstein. I'm Gavin Scott, joined here by Isabel Roosevelt. And Isabel, what kind of game do you think it's going to be tonight?
Well, based off of the last game that we saw against TC St. Francis, I feel like this is going to be a good, hard game. It was a close game throughout the entire game, and TC just pulled away at the end of the game. So I'm looking for a good game tonight. We're possibly going to see some physicality and a lot of roughness because this is regional finals, and they are both in this to win it. So I think we're going to see a good game tonight.
Yeah, winner-go-home scenario for both teams, and especially for these seniors, it could be their last basketball game ever. So
yeah. So for these seniors, it's a really big night for them because they have an opportunity to go to like quarterfinals, and so I think we're gonna see a lot of good games from a lot of people.
And the Gladiators will win the toss. Reakt will take it up, guarded by Braylon Pace. Gives it to 13, Donahue, down to Wyatt. He throws it to 3. 10 pump fake, drives in, goes up, layup is good. That is number 10, Henry Reakt with the bucket. Nice drive by him, able to finish through traffic. Benjamin Rodenbaugh has it guarded by Nasadis. Rodenbaugh drives in, pulls up for a jumper. That is no good. Rebound by Reakt. Reakt sets up the offense. He's guarded by Braylon Pace. Reakt throws it, stolen by McGillis. And that'll be out of bounds. Last touch by McGillis. Great defensive effort there by him. Now it is Reakt. He gives it to Nasadis. Donahue. Down to Nasadis. Kicks out to number 12 with the 3. No good. Rebound by 3. That shot is blocked. Drew Bremer. The shot attempt. Donahue gets it in to Bremer. Bremer kicks it to Reakt. Reakt guarded by Pace. He drives, kicks it to 13. He pulls it from the free throw line. That shot is good. That was Joey Donahue with the free throw line jumper. Rodenbaugh gets it to Engelwright. Engelwright tipped out of bounds. Last touch by Drew Bremer. Engelwright gets into Rodenbaugh in the corner. Rodenbaugh gets trapped, throws it back out to Engelwright. Engelwright barely hangs onto it. He gets doubled. Rodenbaugh, it's stripped by Nasadis. He has it. He goes up for the dunk, and it is good. Wyatt Nasadis with the dunk. That Gladiator defense was just tenacious there. Double-teamed Ingleray and Rodenbaugh, giving them zero breathing room.
Gladiators coming right after the Ramblers. It appears that they've done their homework because Ben goes to signal play, and they knew exactly what was coming after him. The guy that was guarding Rodenbaugh signals to his other teammates what they're doing, and they set up and they were ready for it. I feel like the Ramblers are going to have to make some sort of adjustment to go against that. So Ramblers are going to have to find a way to adjust and throw something new at them, possibly.
Gladiators are putting on a press just for the inbound. Rodenbaugh guarded by Nasadis. He gives to Ingleray. Ingleray, he gets doubled. Trying to get somewhere, and that will be an over and back. Great defense by the Gladiators. Not allowing any breathing room.
Lots of double teaming over, like, right next to half-court line, which will cause some turnovers.
Reakt has it, guarded by Pace. Gives it to Donahue. Donahue to Bremer. Nasadis. 13. He goes up. Shot is good, and one foul on Haverkamp. What a pass by Wyatt Nasadis. Found Joey Donahue open down low. Pump fake, got Haverkamp off his feet, and just went right into him. Nathan Cucci checks into the game for the Ramblers. His and one free throw is no good. But the Gladiators come down with the rebound, and they get fouled again. That will put them at the line for another 2 shots. First free throw is no good. Second free throw is also no good. Rebound, Calvin McGillis. Now Rodenbaugh's pushing it up the floor. Get to Nathan. Nathan guarded by Nasadis. He gets it to McGillis. McGillis goes to Haverkamp. To Rodenbaugh. Rodenbaugh pump fakes, drives in, goes up. Layup is no good. Rebound, Haverkamp. Haverkamp goes up, no good. Rodenbaugh comes down with the rebound, but he is stripped by number 23, Joe Hagelstein. Reakt has it, guarded by Nathan Cucci. Reakt drives, gets it to 13, Donahue. Donahue gets it to Nasadis. He's working on Rodenbaugh. Goes up. Layup is no good. Rebound, Nathan Cucci. Nathan gets it to Rodenbaugh. 5-on-4. Rodenbaugh drives in. Thinks about the three, does not take it. He hands it to Pace. He hands it to Cucci. Nathan to Braylon. Braylon back to Nathan. This Gladiator defense is not allowing the Ramblers to penetrate. Now Pace has it. Down to Rodenbaugh. Rodenbaugh, that is tipped out of bounds. Last touch by Reakt.
Gladiators doing a really good job of switching it up on defense and making sure that nobody gets left open. No way to drive, no breathing room.
Very smart defenders. Rodenbaugh is able to get it into Haverkamp. Haverkamp goes up, shot is no good. He gets his own rebound, goes up again, and that is good. Haverkamp scores the Ramblers' first points of the night. Reakt brings the ball up. Nathan Cucci picks him up at half court. Reakt gives it to Donahue. Donahue drives, kicks it to Nasadis. Nasadis drives in. 23, he goes up, shot is good. That is Hagelstein with the bucket. Rodenbaugh brings it up, guarded by Nasadis. He gives it to Nathan on the wing. Nathan goes baseline, kicks it over to Rodenbaugh. Rodenbaugh goes up, layup is good, and one! Nope, they're going to call it charge. Never mind, it wasn't and one. Rodenbaugh looked a little upset on the call, so. This could cut the Gladiator lead down to 5, and the free throw is good. Reakt brings it up the middle. Guarded by Cucci. He gets down to Nasadis. Nasadis stripped by Ben, but they're going to call a foul on Rodenbaugh. Got a little too much arm there.
Right idea by Rodenbaugh, trying to reach in, cause a jump ball maybe, or even steal it, but little too much arm.
Nasadis has it, guarded by Rodenbaugh. Donahue drives, step back, pump fake, shot is no good. Rebound by McGillis. McGillis gets back into Rodenbaugh. Rodenbaugh gets it to Cucci. He gets doubled. Back to Rodenbaugh. As soon as the rim was passed to the wing, Gladiators double team him. Braylon Pace has it to McGillis. McGillis looking, gives it back to Pace. He's guarded by Bremer. That's Haverkamp to Nathan Cucci. Rodenbaugh picks up his dribble, gives it to Haverkamp in the corner. Haverkamp to Nathan. Nathan pulls up from the elbow. That is good. Nathan Cucci with the tough jump shot from the elbow. Cuts the Gladiator lead down to 3. Reakt to Donahue. Donahue gives it to Nasadis. 23 at the wing. Hands it to Reakt. Reakt drives, pulls up from the free throw line. That shot is no good. Gonna be a foul on the Gladiators. Rambler ball. Ramblers going on a little run here, and it's exactly what they needed.
Personally, what I think is working really well for them is when their play falls apart, they sort of just improvise, and then because the Gladiators have worked so hard on their actual offenses that they call out, they don't know what to do when they improvise.
Now Pace, back to Rodenbaugh. Rodenbaugh down to Nathan. That goes out of bounds. Last touch by Nathan Cucci.
I believe he was looking for Kelvin in the corner, didn't quite get there though, passed it right to the Gladiators coach.
Owen Somerville gives it to Nasadis. Nasadis drives in, goes up, blocked by Haverkamp. Donahue has it. To Somerville. Somerville back to Donahue. Donahue drives on McGillis. Gives it to Nasadis. He goes up, shot is good. Not much you can do to stop that. Rodenbaugh pushes up the floor. Slash set it up. Gives it to Nathan. Nathan back to Rodenbaugh. Rodenbaugh drives to Braylon. To Nathan. Nathan pump fakes, kicks to Ben. Ben drives, pulls up. Shot is good. Tough jump shot by Benjamin Rodenbaugh from the baseline. Wyatt Nasadis. He's guarded by Rodenbaugh. He's bringing it up on the right side. He gets a screen, decides not to use it. Goes up, kicks it out to number 23, to Donahue. Donahue goes up, shot is no good. Braylon Pace comes down with the rebound. He gets it to Rodenbaugh. Rodenbaugh pushing it up to Nathan. What a pass, but it's off Nathan's fingers and it goes out of bounds.
Ramblers are not out of this game yet. They're looking a little flustered, but they are only down by 3 points, so they just need to keep their heads in the game and just keep working, keep chipping away at it. They can't get in their own heads right now. It's too early.
Yeah, they need to keep playing the defense they're playing. Wyatt Nasadis working on Rodenbaugh. He drives, kicks it to Donahue. Donahue does a double cross, gives it to Hagelstein, to Somerville, to Nasadis. 9 seconds left. Nasadas looking to do something. So it goes up, floater, no good. The Gladiators come down with the rebound, and they get the buzzer beater shot. At the end of the first quarter, TC St. Francis Gladiators 14, McBain Ramblers 9. Story of the first quarter, both teams fighting hard. The Gladiator defense has been tenacious. The Ramblers get double teamed basically every time they get the ball on the wing, and it's very hard to be effective when you're flustered.
Yeah, the Gladiators aren't really giving them room to breathe or think, so they get the ball, and then suddenly there's two people on them, so your first initial reaction is to just throw it. Throw it to anybody that you see is open, except for they're probably not open, and it's going to get stolen or it's going to end up out of bounds. So Ramblers just need to slow it down just a little bit and maybe try some improvisation, because, as I've said, these Gladiators have done their homework. They know the Ramblers plays, they know how to defend it, but if Ramblers improvise, that gets the Gladiators to lay off a little bit, because they need to make sure that they stay with a person so that way they don't end up driving right past them. So I think that, and this is my personal opinion, Coach Coatman has probably a plan for them, but I believe improvisation would probably be one of the best things you could do. But with that, you need to be on the same page. You can't be passing it as somebody's running in the opposite direction.
Clayton Inglewright gives it to Rodenbaugh in the corner. Rodenbaugh dribbles it out and just wants to set up the offense here. He's guarded by Wyatt Nasadas. Cucci on the wing to Haverkamp. Haverkamp to McGillis on the other wing. Clayton top of the key. Haverkamp now down to McGillis. McGillis goes up. Shot is no good, but he gets a foul. He will shoot two at the line. Great play by the Ramblers there. Ran it perfectly. Got Kelvin McGillis open down low, and he was able to draw the foul.
Even with good defense like the Gladiators have had, if you set really good screens and you cut hard, you oftentimes will be open, and if you set a good screen, you'll be open because your person has to help. So if we just run an offense and we run it the way that the Ramblers are supposed to, they'll get open looks.
First free throw by Kelvin McGillis was no good. He's about to shoot a second free throw. Second free throw is also no good. Haverkamp comes down with the rebound. He goes up, tries to get the foul, does not get it. Gladiators come down with the rebound. Refs letting the boys play tonight, which I respect. Wyatt Nasadas is guarded by Rodenbaugh. He gets a screen. Nice screen. Wyatt drives in, pulls up from the elbow. Shot's no good. Rebound. Haverkamp gives it to Rodenbaugh. Rodenbaugh pushes it up the floor. Decides to kick it out. Rodenbaugh sets up the offense. McGillis. McGillis drives in, almost loses it, goes up, blocked, gets his own rebound. Put back shot is good. Kelvin McGillis able to keep the ball away from the defenders. Almost got it stripped multiple times, but Kelvin McGillis, very strong individual. Wyatt Nasadas guarded by Rodenbaugh. And Nathan Cucci's able to tip the pass out of bounds, intended for Harrison Shepard. Great job by Nathan to be on his toes.
Ball's just rolling away. All right, it's back.
Shepard gets it into Nasadas. Nasadas kicks it to number 11. He shoots the three. That is no good. Rebound Rodenbaugh. We are sorry that our scoreboard is down.
I will try to keep you guys updated on what the current score is. Right now it is 11-14, Gladiators up.
Rodenbaugh kicks over to Inglewright on the wing. He takes it up, gets it to Rodenbaugh top of the key. Rodenbaugh drives, spins. Nice bucket to go through. Rodenbaugh's bucket is good.
That makes the score Ramblers 13, Gladiators 14.
Nice move by Benjamin Rodenbaugh. He has come to play tonight. Shepard has it, guarded by Nathan. Way over to Nasadas. Nasadas drives. kicks. Number 3, pull-up, jumper. Three-pointer is good. Tough bucket by Drew Bremeyer.
Puts the Gladiators at 17.
Engelwright guarded by Nasadis. Kicks to Rodenbaugh. Nasadis picks him up. Rodenbaugh spin move, floater from the free throw line. No good. Rebound Haverkamp. Haverkamp goes up. Bucket is good. Haverkamp cleaning up the boards tonight.
Ramblers 15.
Wyatt Nasadis is guarded by Rodenbaugh. He dribbles left, goes in, kicks it to number 3. His three-pointer, no good. Rebound McGillis. That was Drew Bremeyer with the missed 3. Rodenbaugh to Cucci. Back to Rodenbaugh. Engelwright to Haverkamp. Haverkamp to Nathan. Cucci to Rodenbaugh. Rodenbaugh to Engelwright. Engelwright to Haverkamp at the wing. He gives it back to Nathan. Nathan way over to McGillis. McGillis drives. Down low, that is out of bounds. Last touch by Engelwright, I believe. Substitution for the Gladiators, number 10, Henry Reinick, and number 13, Joey Donahue.
Your score is McBain Ramblers 15, Gladiators 17.
Reinick takes it up the floor. He gets picked up by Nathan Kucha at half court. Gets to Donahue. Donahue drives. Engelwright's there for the help. Number 3, Bremeyer. Gives it to Reinick. Reinick. Back to Bremeyer. Three-pointer. That is good. Drew Bremeyer with the 3. That is the second three-pointer of the night. Rodenbaugh gets to Engelwright. Engelwright looking. He's back out. That goes out of bounds. Last touch by Rodenbaugh. Rambo's getting a little flustered here.
With your Gladiators winning, currently leading by 5, Ramblers are sort of in their own heads at this point. Their passes are sort of all over the place. They aren't great passes, which is why they're ending up out of bounds. Miscommunications are happening. They're getting angry at each other, and it's just a bad mix-up for your game. They got to figure out a way to clear things up and get themselves back in it. And they aren't out of it to begin with.
Reinick gets it to Nasadis. Nasadis drives on Rodenbaugh. Goes up, blocked by Haverkamp. And they're going to call a jump ball. Pace and Donahue fighting for it.
That's 2 blocks for Evan on the night. At least.
They get into Bremeyer. He's guarded by Pace. To Reinick. Reinick drives. Kicks. 23. He takes it up. Hagelstein to Nasadis. Nasadis drives in. Going to call a blocking foul on Rodenbaugh to not quite set his feet.
Rodenbaugh has 3 fouls, which is a little risky with there being 3 minutes left in the first half. So he's got to be a little careful now.
Ramblers need him. Reinick gives it to number 23 to Donahue. Donahue drives, kicks to Bremeyer. Another three-pointer, no good. Rebound Haverkamp. Now Rodenbaugh, 2:46 left in the second quarter. Gladiators lead by 5. Rodenbaugh gets it. Rodenbaugh kicks it to McGillis. McGillis to Cucci. Cucci to Pace. Pace to Haverkamp. Haverkamp to McGillis. McGillis goes up. Layup is good. Cove McGillis with the layup that brings them within 3 points. Gladiators 20, Ramblers 17. Reinick now guarded by Rodenbaugh. He drives. Blocked. They're going to call a foul on Rodenbaugh. That is his 4th, and he will have to be taken out of the game.
to at least save him for a little bit of the second half. That does not bode well. That is his fourth, and Copeman doesn't quite seem to believe that. He did not know that. Talking to his bench, he looked like he questioned whether or not Ben had 4. And yeah, 4 in the first half. That is not great at all.
First free throw is good. Yeah. Copeman decides to keep him in the game.
If Ben fouls out, they are going to have to find a way to work without him. And Ben is such a big part of their game. He's their main leader, their main point guard, so he runs most of the offenses, calls them out. And he's a really good defensive player, so the Ramblers are going to have to figure out what they're going to do if he fouls out. And that does not bode well for the rest of the game. They can do it, though.
Ramblers only down by 4 here. Very close game.
They were patient when running their last offense. They just kept going, kept setting screens, and kept cutting hard. And that's what they need to do. They found an open person, and it ended up with a layup. So if they keep running a patient offense with doing what they need to do, they'll get buckets. And if they have the ball, the Gladiators don't.
True. Free throw is good. He hits both at the line. Substitution, Engelwright will come in for Rodenbaugh, so they do want to save Rodenbaugh for later. Nathan Cucci will run point guard. Nathan's guarded by Reinick. Cucci gives it to Engelwright. Engelwright gets trapped, stolen by Reinick. Reinick goes up. Layup is no good. Out of bounds. It will be Rambler ball. Will be Rambler ball. Nathan's able to get it up the court. Gives it to Engelwright. Engelwright, he gets trapped again to Haverkamp. Haverkamp. He's over Pace. Pace, three-pointer blocked. Pace comes down with the rebound though. Engelwright in the corner, three-pointer. Bang! Engelwright's 3 brings them within 2 points. Nasadis is now guarded by Nathan. Nathan playing great defense. Nasadis just has a height advantage. And there is a charge on Nasadis. Great defense by the Ramblers. That is a momentum shifter right there.
Absolutely. Nathan Cucci plays amazing defense every single game, and that is a great person to stick on Nasadis. And Kelvin McGillis stepped in to help when he drove past him and got the charge.
Nathan Cucci's a pesky defender. They're going to call it travel on Pace, though.
Got to watch it in those wings. They're going to trap him, and then you're stuck. You've got either the baseline or 2 defenders, so they got to really watch it in those wings.
Reinick has it. Engelwright picks him up. Reinick to Donahue. Down to number 23, goes up. Shot is good over Haverkamp. Nathan Cucci has 50 seconds left. Gladiators lead by 24.
Breaks his ankles.
Nathan Cucci is an amazing defender and ball handler. Engelwright gets it.
Really close to the half-court line.
Needs to get rid of it. He needs help. He's able to get to Nathan. Nathan taking charge. Gives it to Engelwright on the wing. To Haverkamp. Haverkamp looking.
25 seconds.
McGillis now down low. He goes up. Shot is no good. Haverkamp's putback is also no good. 17 seconds left. Nasadis has it. Nasadis goes up. Shot is good. 5 seconds left. Nathan pushed the ball up the floor. Throws it to Engelwright, but that is no good. at the end of the first half. Gladiators 26, Ramblers 20. Amazing game so far. Very fun to watch. Both teams giving it their all. Very high intensity in this gym right now. It is packed here.
It is packed. It is loud. The crowd is hyped. Ramblers really at the end there proved that they can work just fine without Rodenbaugh in there. Really stepped it up. You had some key players step it up like Clayton Ingleray and Nathan Cucci especially. He jumped in on defense and he jumped right in and started leading. Really stepping up to where Ben Rodenbaugh would be. Some unofficial halftime stats. I'm known to be off just a little bit. We have on the Ramblers side, Kelvin McGillis 4, Ben Rodenbaugh 7. Here, let me start over. Kelvin McGillis with 4 points, 1 steal, and 4 rebounds. Ben Rodenbaugh with 7 points. I don't know if it was his block or if it was one of Evan's, so he might have one or not. And I have a rebound for him. I have a rebound for Braylon Pace. For Evan Haverkamp, I have 4 points, 2 or 3 blocks, 7 rebounds, really dominating those boards. And then Nathan Cucci with 2 points and a rebound. For the Gladiator side, I have Nasadis with 6 points and a steal. Drew Braymeyer with 6 points, a block, and a rebound. Donnie Reinick with 4 points and a steal and a rebound. Donahue with 4 points. Hagelstein with 6 points and 2 rebounds. That is your unofficial halftime stats for you, and we'll see you for the second half. Hopefully it's just as intense as the first.
are back from the break. Ben Rodenbaugh back in the game. He has 1 foul to give. Engelreich has it, guarded by Bremeyer. Gets it to McGillis, to Rodenbaugh. Guarded by Sautis. Pace, gets it to McGillis. McGillis to Engelreich. Engelreich, 3-pointer, no good. Rebound Rodenbaugh. Rodenbaugh able to get the Ramblers another possession here, and they need every possession they can get. They hand it to Engelreich, loses it for a second. Engelreich's able to get to McGillis. McGillis to Rodenbaugh. Down to Pace. Pace goes up. Shot is no good, in and out. I'm going to call a foul on
3.
On the Gladiators. Tough break for the Ramblers. Braylon Pace's shot looked like it was going in, and it was rimmed out somehow. Engelreich has it, gives it down to Haverkamp.
Bad pass.
Through Haverkamp's legs, and the Gladiators recover. Donahue. Gives it to Reinick. Back to Donahue.
Sort of just holding it. I'm hoping a 5-count starts here soon. Yep, there it is.
Donahue drives, kicks it to Reinick. Number 3, 3-pointer, no good. Rebound by number 23, shots no good. Rebound by Haverkamp. 3-pointer by Bremeyer, no good. Now it's Rodenbaugh. Hands to Engelreich. To Haverkamp at the wing. Pace. Now to Rodenbaugh. Rodenbaugh thinks about the 3, does not take it. Engelreich throws it to Haverkamp. Haverkamp to Pace. Pace to McGillis. Stolen by Sautis. Sautis' layup is good. That increases the lead to 8. Sautis picks up Rodenbaugh at half court. Rodenbaugh gets to Engelreich. Engelreich gets a screen. Down to McGillis. McGillis goes up. Shot's no good. Haverkamp's right there to clean up the board.
That's his 9th rebound on the night.
Sautis is going to bring it up for the Gladiators. Engelreich's able to get through the screen. Sautis goes up. Shot is no good. Rebound by Haverkamp. Another board for the big man. Rodenbaugh pushes it up the floor. He stops at about the logo. Dribbles to the wing. Hands it to Engelreich. Engelreich's able to get it to Haverkamp. Haverkamp dribbling around. Gets it to McGillis. McGillis gets it to Rodenbaugh. Rodenbaugh sets up the offense again. Pace drives, goes up, layup is no good. Rebound by Joey Donahue. Wyatt Sautis gives it to Donahue. Donahue will take it up. He hands it to Reinick. Nope, keeps it himself. Donahue.
Good little trick play there. Had us fooled.
Donahue's just holding it there. He drives, takes it back out, gets it to Reinick. Now Reinick's going to hold it. Back to Donahue. Gladiators wasting a lot of time here. Back to Reinick.
That might be the game plan. Just hang on to the ball, because if the Gladiators have the ball, the Ramblers don't, which means that they don't have as much time to catch up.
Donahue now dribbling all around, drives in, spin move, goes up, charge! Great play by Braylon Pace to set his feet and take the charge. Nathan Cucci checks into the game, gives Braylon a break. Rodenbaugh guarded by Sautis, gives it to Engelreich on the wing. Engelreich back to Rodenbaugh, to Engelreich. To McGillis. McGillis to Haverkamp. Haverkamp, 3-pointer, no good. Rebound Donahue. Reinick now slowing it down. Wants to waste as much time as possible. Nathan Cucci is picking him up. Not going to let him do that. Gives it to Donahue. The 23 drives in. stolen. Nope, Nathan Cucci's not able to steal it, but he is able to tip the pass, but Reakt comes down with it. Donahue to Reakt.
Gladiators are literally just going through the motions at this point.
Donahue back to Reakt. Reakt thinks about 3, back to Donahue. Nathan Cucci's having to run all around here. Donahue to Donahue. Donahue down to number 23.
You know, it's games like this that make me wish there was a shot clock in high school.
Yeah, and then Reakt's 3 is good. Rodenbaugh to Engelwright. Engelwright drives, kicks it out to Haverkamp. Haverkamp stolen by Nasadis. Nasadis layup is good. Rodenbaugh does not want to give up that last foul there. Timeout by the Ramblers. They need to come with something quick.
Yeah.
Gladiators wasting time here. Ramblers are not getting many chances on offense at all.
Knowing the Ramblers, they really didn't want to give up that last layup that they got there, but they also didn't want Ben to have a foul because that would mean that he's out. So really they were stuck between a rock and a hard place. They had nothing to do other than just let him have the layup. Otherwise they would lose Rodenbaugh for the rest of the game. So Gladiators really just doing a lot of holding the ball, pass it around, going through the motions. Literally saw this guy like do an airplane on the court. He stuck his arms out and was like wandering around his defender in circles. Really just looking to waste time because if they have the ball, the Ramblers can't do anything. So if the Ramblers can't catch up, well then that means that the Gladiators have the game. They're just trying to make sure that the Ramblers can't catch up.
Ramblers need to find something that works on defense. Maybe go back to a man-to-man, put pressure on the ball at all times.
Yeah, they're going to have to watch it on offense as well because they've given up a few passes. There's been some steals, and they're going to have to watch it. They have to make good passes, smart passes, and they have to cut. They have to screen. They have to do what they need to do on offense. Looks like the Gladiators are going to apply a press. But we've seen it before where they do it just until the ball gets in, and then they sort of lay off after half court.
Going to be a man-to-man press. One person, Rodenbaugh, able to get it up past half court, hands it to McGillis. McGillis dribbles through the defender, gives it to Cucci. Cucci to Rodenbaugh. Rodenbaugh, Engelwright corner. Three-pointer blocked by Bremeyer.
Not letting anything get past him.
Rodenbaugh gets into Cucci. Cucci to Engelwright. Engelwright back to Cucci. Nathan going to work. Kicks it out to Rodenbaugh. That's Engelwright. Engelwright down to Haverkamp. That is going to be a foul on John Hagelstein.
Good work by Evan Haverkamp getting position, getting Hagelstein behind him so that way he has to reach over and foul him in order for Haverkamp to not get the ball.
Ben Rodenbaugh gets it in Nathan Cucci. Nathan gives it back to Ben. Ben to Engelwright. Engelwright tipped. McGillis is able to come down with it though. Rodenbaugh guarded by Nasadis. Gets it to Cucci. Cucci to McGillis. McGillis drives, goes up over the defense. Shot is good. No shot. They're going to call a charge on Kelvin McGillis. I'm not sure who drew that charge, but a great job by him to step in and take one.
But that is only McGillis' first foul on the night. He has some to spare, so hopefully he takes them for Ben.
Donahue has it. McGillis picks him up.
More holding. They're starting the 5 count early on this time.
Now it's Hagelstein. Guarded by McGillis.
Standing so
Haverkamp,
still,
sorry.
a bird could land on him.
Donahue drives to Nasadis. 23 drives in. Layup is good. Hagelstein's layup goes. Rodenbaugh now. Ramblers need something here. Gladiators have by far won this quarter. 50 seconds left in the quarter. I'm going to call a charge on Rodenball, and I believe that will be his 5th foul. Maybe on Nathan Cucci, actually, sorry.
Had me worried there for a second.
Yeah.
With 50 seconds left in the 3rd quarter, Ramblers call a timeout. So really got to get something moving here. They're only down 13. So if they can get an offense moving, a good offense with no charges, because not only does Rodenball have to be careful on defense with fouls, he also has to be careful to not get any charges on offense, because that also counts towards your foul count. So he has to be really careful on all sides of the court, and so he's got to look for other people to start stepping up, being a bit more aggressive, because he can't be as aggressive, in a sense, I guess. So really they just got to pick it up. Their defense is mostly sound, but there's just a lot of standing around. So as the game gets down, they're probably going to be looking to foul if they're standing around, just so that way like something happens, so that way the ball ends up out of bounds and they could possibly get a steal. But they got to get in the passing lanes, be all up in their grills, so that way they can either get a 5 count or a stolen pass or a pass that ends up out of bounds. They just got to like sort of give the Gladiators no breathing room like the Gladiators did to the Ramblers early on this game.
Yeah. Gladiators, great quarter by them. Increased the lead to 13. Wasted basically the whole quarter. The Gladiators were on defense probably almost the whole quarter. Masadas gets a screen. Nathan Cucci, very tight defense. So it's just dribbling it around. Wants to make this the last possession of the quarter. Masadas drives, kicks this Reakt. Now Donahue has it. Masadas guarded by Nathan Cucci. He gets a screen by Hagelstein. Masadas kicks it. Three-pointer is good. That is Drew Bremeyer with the three-pointer.
All of his points have been from three-pointers this game.
Last second shot is no good by Rodenball. That will conclude the 3rd quarter. TC St. Francis Gladiators, Ramblers 22.
Gladiators really did win this quarter, having 10 points total come out of this, only giving up a single layup from the Ramblers. So something's got to happen on the offensive end for the Ramblers. Their defense hasn't really given up a whole lot. Probably could cut down just a little bit more, but really they don't have a whole lot going against them on defense. It's their offensive end that's really kicking them in the behind right now.
If the Ramblers speed it up on offense and start scoring more and closing the gap, the Gladiators are going to be forced to start trying on offense and not just throwing the ball around.
Yes. But you don't want to speed it up to the point on offense where you're making sloppy mistakes.
It will be Gladiator ball to start the 4th quarter. They get it into Reakt. He's going to slowly push the ball up the floor. Crosses over, drives in. It's going to Masadas. Gladiators starting to play some offense now.
We have a steal.
Ramblers on offense. Ben Rodenball pushing up the floor. Kicks it to Engelwright. Corner, three-pointer. No good. Rebound by, I believe that is Rambler. Ball out on St. Francis. And Darius Pena will check into the game for Clayton Engelwright. Let's see if Darius can be the difference maker here. Tobin McGillis now goes up. Shot is good. No foul called. Both players on the floor there. Increases the lead to 14. Reakt has it guarded by Darius. Donahue drives in. He brings it back out, goes back in. You're going to call a travel on Donahue, up and down. Ramblers now, little momentum going their way. They need to capitalize on this.
Couple turnovers, couple steals, really getting in the Gladiators' heads. They're starting to run more of an offense instead of standing like statues in a courtyard.
Rodemball drives in, goes up, shot is no good. Rebound, it will be Rambler ball. Last touch by the Gladiators. Nathan gets it into Ben. Back to Nathan. Nathan gets it to Darius. Darius to Kelvin in the corner. He gets a screen and gives it to Ben. To Pena. Darius Pena gives it down to Haverkamp. Haverkamp to McGillis. Goes to Nathan. Nathan three-pointer. Bang! Nathan Cucci with the three-pointer. Gladiator lead cut down to 11. Ramblers coming out hot. Reakt gives it to Donahue. McGillis on him. Donahue drives, gives it into Sodus. Sodus goes up. Foul on Haverkamp. And Sodus will shoot 2 free throws. Great job by him to penetrate and draw the foul.
With Evan not being set all the way, he saw an opportunity and took it, drawing a foul. So, but that is only Evan's second foul, so he's got 3 left.
First free throw is good.
I don't know how many free throws the Gladiators have been shooting this far.
Second free throw is also good.
Thus far this game, but they've only made 4. So, don't know how that bodes for their shooting percentage.
Rodemball hands it to Darius. He loses it, but is able to regain it. Haverkamp now, back to Darius. Darius to Cucci. Nathan Cucci throws it back to Darius. Darius gets stripped. Sodus guarded by Nathan. Sodus drives, kicks it, Reakt. Reakt drives in. 3. Bremeyer gives it back to Reakt. Reakt is guarded by Darius Pena.
Darius is saying something.
Reakt with the ankle breaker. Sodus drives in, kicks it. Gonna call a foul on Nathan Cucci. Little too aggressive there. Get into Reakt. Nathan Cucci picks him up full court. Or sorry, to Sodus. He drives. Out of bounds. Great job by Nathan Cucci to break up the ball. If Hagelsteen would have caught that, it would have been an easy layup for 2 points.
Yes, Ramblers got a little bit of luck there when he fumbled it, and Nathan was able to come in and swat it out of bounds.
Donahue gets it into Sodus. Nathan's there. Tight defense. Nathan Cucci steals the ball. Way over to Darius. Darius takes a three-pointer. No good. Rebound by the Gladiators. Reakt now guarded by Pena. Reakt gives it to Donahue. Back to Reakt. Sodus drives in. Reakt thinks about the 3, does not take it. Reakt drives in. Down to number 23. He goes up. Shot is no good. Rebound by Haverkamp. Hagelsteen with the miss. Rodemball now. 4 minutes left. They got to do something here if they want their season to keep going. Nathan drives, kicks it to McGillis. McGillis down to Haverkamp. Haverkamp goes to work, goes up. Shot is good by Haverkamp. Timeout by the Gladiators, trying to talk things over. Ramblers need something quick. Down by 11, has cut the lead down, I believe, from maybe, I'm not sure what they led with to start the fourth quarter, but they've cut the lead down significantly.
Yes. I believe. Oh, I'm trying to remember now. Pretty sure the Ramblers only had 22. And can't remember, but they did cut down the lead that the Gladiators did have, which with their recent upswing in momentum, we've had the Gladiators sort of on their toes a little bit, which leads to this timeout call because they're trying to figure out what's happening and how they can sort of swing the momentum back in their favor. I'm assuming. I'm not in their circle, obviously, so I wouldn't know what they're talking about, but I'm assuming that's what they're talking about.
Gladiators will start out with the ball. Asadis dribbles, gets double teamed. Now Donahue, he's guarded by McGillis. Donahue drives in, looking for someone. They're gonna call a timeout by the Gladiators. Great defense by the Ramblers. Did not allow any pass to get through there after the double team.
Double teamed it on Donahue, which is probably why they called a timeout, because it would have most likely ended up in a turnover. If it hadn't been stolen, it would have been a jump ball or even a 5-second count if he wasn't able to give up a pass. Or even possibly a travel while he tried to get out of the trap.
Yes.
Many things could have happened right there, and Coach did not want any turnovers, so that was a quick timeout right after their last one.
Yeah, good call there. Ramblers would have stole that ball. That would have been a crazy momentum shift, especially if they would have scored on offense.
Absolutely.
Donahue gets it into Asadis. He's guarded by Cucci. Call a foul on Nathan, a little too aggressive there. Refs did not like that.
With 3 minutes and 40 seconds left in the game, the Ramblers are only down 11, so if they can pick it up just a little bit in this next little bit, they could tie it and possibly send it into overtime.
They're going to call a foul, I believe, on Evan Haverkamp.
Of course, that probably won't help in shifting it back our way.
Ramblers need to stay out of their own heads here and lock in if they want to win this game.
They're getting frustrated, which makes them sloppy, which causes fouls and turnovers.
Asadis goes up and he will get fouled. I'm not sure if it was by McGillis or Haverkamp. And he will be at the line shooting too.
Looks like they called it on Haverkamp. That puts Haverkamp at 4 as well. Another big player for the Ramblers is at 4. Although they seem to have been pretty good at keeping them out of complete fouling out.
Yeah, Ben has played the whole third quarter and he is still at 4 fouls, so. Free throw is good. Rodenbaugh takes it up, guarded by Asadis. The Gladiator lead is 13. Rodenbaugh hands it to Nathan. Nathan drives, crosses over, drives, goes up. Layup is good. What a tough layup by Nathan Cucci. He has came to play. Asadis is guarded by Nathan. Asadis drives in, kicks it to Donahue. McGillis is there. I'm going to call a foul on Kelvin McGillis using both his arms there.
The Gladiators are in bonus with the Ramblers at 8 fouls. Fouls are slightly lopsided, but I think
Ramblers have
it's
been
justified.
Ramblers have been very tough on defense because of the Gladiators have been taking their time on offense.
Yes.
Second free throw is no good. Rebound, Haverkamp. Roman brings it up. Reakt picks him up. Running ball going to work. Gives it to Pace. Pace looking for someone. Gets it to Nathan. Nathan drives in. Haverkamp thinks about the three. Does not take it. Now Pace. Pace to Nathan. Cucci back to Rodenbaugh. Rodenbaugh kicks to McGillis. Corner three. No good. Rebound by Reakt. Nasadis dribbles it up. He gets in, kicks it, number 3 in the corner. Back to Nasadis. Down to number 23. What a pass.
Does
Back out
not
to
take
Briemeyer.
it, though.
They don't want to force anything here. Nasadis to Hagelstein. And Calvin McGillis will intentionally foul, sending him to the line. Ramblers need to be on offense if they want to win this game. The window to win this game is closing. It's closing fast.
Yeah, with less than 2 minutes left and a 12-point lead, the Ramblers are going to have to hustle on both defense and offense and be smart about it.
First free throw is good. Second free throw is no good. Rebound by the Gladiators. That is not what you need as a Rambler right now. Sawdust kicks it to Hagelstein. Now it's Reakt. To Briemeyer. Way over to Sawdust. 1:30 left in the game. Briemeyer to Donahue.
Ramblers are intentionally trying to foul right now, but it's not working.
Sawdust makes his layup to increase the lead to 15. That might have put the game out of reach. Who knows? Nathan Cucci now. Haverkamp and one.
Timeout, Ramblers. Coleman might have one more trick up his sleeve. Who knows?
Who knows what could happen?
With 1 minute left in the game, though, and Ramblers shooting an and one, they have a 13-point lead to make up here in pretty much a minute. It's not impossible, but it's going to be really hard.
They're going to need a miracle. 13 points. That's at least 5 shots to get in the lead. 5 3-pointers.
Yeah. And they'd almost have to be 3-pointers if they wanted to make up those points within a minute. So we'll see. 1 minute.
Evan Haverkamp to shoot his and one free throw here. Put them, if he makes it, it will put them down by 12 and then maybe only 4 shots to tie the game up in a perfect world for the Ramblers. And one free throw is good. He knocks it down. Ramblers do not press. Nasadis brings it up. Rodenbaugh picks him up at half court. He has 1 foul left. Now it's Reakt. Briemeyer. Donahue. Stolen by the Ramblers. They need a 3-pointer here. Out of bounds, it will be Rambler ball. Maybe that's what they needed. Nathan Cucci has been hot all game. Maybe give him the ball for the 3. They need to shoot it. Braylon Pace, back to Nathan. Nathan to Rodenbaugh. Rodenbaugh, 35 seconds left. Braylon now.
They do not have any time to waste.
Rodenbaugh shoots a 3. That is good! Rodenbaugh's 3 brings them to within 10 points.
They are just going to pass it around now, I think. So with 15 seconds left, they aren't really looking to force anything, push anything. Gladiators, Nasadas is just holding it.
That will be the game as the clock winds down. TC St. Francis Gladiators 46, your McBain Ramblers 37. It was that third quarter that killed the Ramblers.
Yeah.
They were not ready for the Gladiators to come out and just throw the ball around. Great strategy by the Gladiators there.
Absolutely, double teaming on the wings, switching on screens and handoffs. They were right there. There was no breathing room for the Ramblers on offense. And I don't know, it was a good defensive game and offensive game. It was a good game all around for the Gladiators, and Ramblers just couldn't quite keep with it. All right, I got some stats for you. We have Calvin McGillis with 6 points total, a steal, and 4 rebounds. Ben Rodenbaugh with 10 points total, maybe a block, and 2 rebounds. Braylon Pace with a rebound. Evan Haverkamp with 11 points total, 2 blocks, and 12 rebounds. Way to dominate the boards. Clayton Engelwright with 6 points total, a steal. Nathan Cucci with 9 points and 2 steals and a rebound. And then on the Traverse City St. Francis side, you have Nasadas with 14 points total and 3 steals. Braymeyer with 9 points total, all threes, 2 blocks and 2 rebounds. Reinick with 7 points, 1 steal and 2 rebounds. Donahue with 5 points and 3 rebounds, and Hagelstein with 9 points, 1 steal, and 3 rebounds.
I am Gavin Scott, joined here by Isabel Roosevelt, Ryan Kirkby, Cole Engelwright, Logan, Kevin, and another Ryan, and we will see you sometime. I do not know when.